Hi y'all, this is Regina from Regina's Crafting and More. I'm going to do a little short video on Embroidery Tool Shed, the free version from Dime, which is Designs in Machine Embroidery. So if you don't have embroidery software and you're not able to print out color charts on your designs, this software will allow you to do that. It'll also let you watch a design stitch. So let me pull in a design, if it'll work. Okay, and I'm going to pull in this tic-tac-toe board. And no, this isn't on my Etsy shop yet. All right, so here is the design. It is it's in the 5x7 hoop. Sorry. And let's see what we can do. Okay, so the first thing that we can do is you can do a print preview of, I'll make this bigger, the color chart. So here's the first page. You could trim this back and use it to center your design. And then the second page is the actual color chart by in sequence that you would be stitching it. And you can print this. Here's the printer up here on the top left hand side. You can do a page setup that tells you you can just automatically select the printer that is available. Okay, you can print it in landscape mode or portrait. This is portrait, okay, for those of you that don't understand that language. And this is landscape. Okay, I'm going to put it back on portrait. All right, so let me close this window. And one of the other things you can do is you can view it, if it'll let me do it this time, in a hoop. So let's see here. I don't know the sizes. Let me look. That looks like maybe it's, I don't know, maybe that's 5x7. I'm going to say allow and say okay. So this shows the design in a hoop. Oh, that's a really large hoop. Let's go to hoop. Oops. Hoops. And choose, oh, that was a dime hoop. Maybe that one. Apply. Okay. So I don't know what the 20 by 80 is in inches. Okay, and while we're talking about inches, see these rulers up here and on the side? Right now they're on inches. If you hold your cursor up here and you right click on your mouse, you can change it to metric. Okay, but you have to be on the ruler. So I'm going to put my mouse on the ruler, right click, and change it back to inches because that's what I use. Okay, and I don't want this view. I find it somewhat annoying to have my design in there. All right, so we're going to get the design where we can see it. And now let's see what else we could do. We can see where the stitches end on a certain item. Let's see here. Whoops. Take it off of that. Go to view, stitch ends. It shows you here stitch ends. Okay, not that that's really important. The tools. Well, general options, you can view it in certain thread colors if you want. So if you're using Marathon polyester, you can view all your thread colors there. So while we're on thread colors, let me go back to realistic view. No, sorry, realistic view. Okay, so let's say that I don't like this brown, or I want to see what it's going to look like in a pink tree. So I just happened, okay, here's green. I'm going to assume that down here at the bottom is the green for the tree, and let's make it pink. and say OK. So that's what it looks like in pink. And I'm going to go edit, undo, put it back to green. Alright, so why is it, oh, I've got stitch commands, stitch ends, there we go, take that off. I knew that looked kind of weird. Alright, and tools. So let's select the design, and when you click on the design, it shows the size. Alright, so be careful when resizing. I know Baby Lock suggests 10%, 20% max whenever you resize. I don't know what other manufacturers suggest, but I wouldn't resize a design like this more than 20%, because it does, even though this software will regenerate the stitches, meaning it will compensate for the size that you change it to. I don't know if that's a really good idea. So let's say I wanted it a little smaller than 509 by 508. So up here, change it by percentage. So 10% is going, if 10% less is going to be 90. Whoops. So I'm going to put in 90. See how that changed the size from 509 to 4 something? And you have to hit apply. So that made it a little smaller. So let's say I wanted it a little bit larger than 509. So we're going to go 10% larger. So I'm going to say 110. That puts it almost back where it was. So let's go to 20%, 120. And that makes it a little bit larger. Or I could go 110 and make it even a little bit larger. So you're going to add 10 or deduct 10. So if I wanted it 10% smaller, I want it right there. So that's how you make it larger and smaller, and you always have to end up clicking apply. All right. Excuse me. All right, so we've gone over the thread, how to change it, and I'm going to put it back on Robinson Anton because that's what I use mostly. And I'm not really sure. Okay. All right, so we did the thread changes, we did the view, okay, so slow redraw. This will, let's kind of, there we go. Let's view slow redraw, and up here you can see all these colors which correspond to the colors down here at the bottom. And you can either drag this bar right here and watch it stitch as fast or as slow as you want, or we can go faster. Okay, there's the outlining in red on the tree. You could change that, so that is color stop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Color stop 6. Let's change the color to dark green and say OK. So now when it starts coming back, that's what it looks like in the dark green. Now that's the bulbs, and the purple is the actual tic-tac-toe board stitching, and then it does the sides, the top and the sides. Okay, so if I just let it generate and stitch itself, that's how fast. Now you can slow it down a little bit here by clicking in the middle. Well, I guess you have to stop it. Okay, and we're going to start it again. Hello, I'll start. So that's a medium speed, and then it can go faster speed. Now if you want it faster than this, here again you can just drag it across, and that's faster. That's as fast as you want it right there. All right, so let's stop that, And let's see what else. So I've showed you how to change the colors. I've shown you how to change the size and how to do the how to print a color chart. Whoops, I don't want to do that. File, print preview. Okay, and then you could print from right up here in the top left. All right, I'm going to close that. How to change from metric inches to metric. Okay, and how to view it in a hoop and see if it's going to fit your hoop size. That's the only reason I can think of to have this. Let's see, apply, okay. So that's in a Janome 140 by 200. Alexa, convert 140 millimeters to inches.
From Quora.com. 140 millimeters is 5.5118110236.
So that's 5.5 or so. Alexa, convert 200 millimeters to inches.
200 millimeters is about 8 inches.
That's inches. So this is about 5 by 8. All right. So this would just barely fit. Sorry, I use Alexa a lot for that. Alexa, stop. All right. So let's see. Let's apply. Okay. So that's probably a 5 by 7 hoop, I'm guessing. And I'm moving it. I'm just grabbing it with my mouse and moving it in the center. So it barely fits there also. So you could, let's say we want this, let's do a 90 here. Whoops. 90. And then it would fit. Okay. Okay, so let's see. So we've done that. This will turn on, this will let you measure something if you wanted to measure something. Say you wanted to know how high this tree is, you could measure, and that would show you about how high the tree is. And if I went all the way down, it's about the size that we've resized it to. Okay. All right, so I think that is probably all there is to this. Let's take this off, and I'm going to take the hoop off, okay? And we're going to go back to normal size and view realistic. I don't know why it looks like this. I can't figure it out. Ooh, hello. There we go. View. I don't know why it's like that. That's stitch view, and that's realistic view, and maybe that has something to do with resizing. All right, so I think that gives you everything you need to know. Changing colors, changing size, doing a slow redraw. There we go. Slow redraw, or fast as you want to drag the bar. Printing the color chart. And I think that's probably about all you're going to be able to do with this free version. Oh, I'm sorry. So let's say you brought it up. You bought a design and it doesn't have your format. So let me go in here. Let me close this. No, I don't want to save it. You never want to save over your original file that you pulled up. You always want to give it a new name. All right, so let me go here and bring up a tic-tac-toe board that I've already sent to did I not send this one? Where's my convert? Oh, 5x7. All right, so let's say that you bought a design and it didn't have your format, but there is a GIF. a JEF. And let's say you needed it. Let's go File, Save As, and let's click right here, and it brings up all these formats. So let's say you wanted it saved as a VP4. You would click there and see the name right here, and then you would need to say where you want it to save it. I'm just going to put it right here. Okay, so I've got that, and it's VP4, and you click Save. So now when you go to your file manager, and I hope I remember where I put it. Oh goodness, that's the problem, is remembering where I put it. And now I have the hiccups. Alright, so we were under Christmas. Let me open this. And we were under on Etsy. And which one did I do? I forgot which one I did. Did I close it already? Oh, the reindeer. Rudolph. All right, so okay, see what? Oh, converted. There we go. And there's my file right there. So always remember where you filed, where you saved your file to. If I click on this, it's not going to open because my native software is the Baby Lock palette. But if I come over here and go File, Open, and I know that it's right there under Rudolph, and I open it up, and here it is right here. So there's the VP4. This is the JEF, and there's the VP4. Alright, so now you have a VP4 format if that's what you needed and it wasn't provided. Alright, so I think that's about it. I hope this helps you out, and maybe I will do one on Creative Express from Floriani and show you how to do the same things on that software maybe a little later this week. Alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and share. If you have any comments, put them below down in the comments, questions, so on and so forth, and I'll try to answer those questions. Alright, have a good week. Enjoy. Bye.